Welcome to Craftabilities. My name is Terrell, and on today's episode, we're going to figure out if this Amazon flock is a buy. So really quickly, before we get into it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I just opened up the Amazon app, and this flock is made by Glocto. Never heard about them before, but I guess they're legit. So it comes in at a 3.6 stars, $12.69, and its length is 12 by 8. Let's go ahead and jump to the reviews to see why it got this unimpressive 3.6. So Marianne says, it's exactly as shown. That sounds good. The next person says, perfect. Oh, but this guy here, D Champ, says, will not cut on the highest level. That doesn't sound very good. And there's another person here, Mona says, this is horrible material. She doesn't even give bad reviews. So let's go ahead. When we cut it, we'll see, does it give problems cutting? All right, so let's go ahead and open this thing up and see what it comes with. I am excited to open up this flock. It's my first time buying flock. Usually I just steal stuff from Patrice. All right, so it comes with a spatula and a little piece of paper here with some instructions, basically giving you a little bit of instructions for the cameo and the cricket. And it tells you when you're cutting it out, take off the white paper from the back of the flock and put it on your cutting mat. All right, guys, so you get 3 pieces of flock. You get 2 sheets of transfer paper. I don't know the exact name. And you get a spatula. So first, I want to kind of compare it to this flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Let's go ahead and just talk about the feel and the flexibility. Okay, they feel very similar. I'm gonna say this the flock from Heat Transfer Warehouse feels a little smoother and a little more velvety. And the backing on this is a little harder. They also say when you are going to print it to pull this off. So there is a sticky backing. And let's see, what do we need to pull off? All right, guys, so if we're talking about the glue on the back of it, so the adhesive on here feels a little more sticky and oily. The residues on my fingers compared to the one from Heat Transfer Warehouse, there's no residue on my fingers. Let's go ahead and cut this thing out. All right, I cut about a 3 by 12 piece. I'm going to go ahead and just follow the instructions, even though I don't want to. And I'm going to take off the white backing and place it on the cutting mat and then feed it into the cricket and see what happens. Now, if you remember some of the comments from Amazon, people said this didn't cut that well. So let's see how it cuts. So I made a very simple craft rhinestone image that I'm going to cut out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose on the mat and we are ready to go. So I'm just picking medium cardstock. I'm using the default pressure and I'm going to go ahead and just load this into the Cricut and let's get this thing cracking. While I'm watching it cut, it looks like it's not having any problems that they were complaining about in the Amazon comments. I am going to go ahead and remove the flock from the cutting mat. Unfortunately, guys, I made a mistake and I recorded in slow motion. So that's why my hand's moving so slow. Now, as you can see, some of the little dots are stuck on the mat. And hey, it is what it is. I'm not sure if you're supposed to use the spatula to clean the mat, but I did. It took about 3 to 4 minutes to get these little pieces of flock off the back. I used a pair of tweezers to help me out. It was nothing hard, and now what I'm going to do is just prepare to put it on a piece of cardboard. I don't have what Patrice uses, which is a plastic cutting mat, but this works fine for me. Now I'm just putting on some rhinestones and let's brush them in. So I'm just brushing them in, being cool as a cucumber, and I'm almost done. And there we go, we have the finished product. Let's go ahead and check out this rhinestone transfer tape. And I'm not going to do the whole thing because I don't plan on pressing this. So I placed it down, just wiping it, and let's pull this up and see how's the tape. And I think the transfer tape, or whatever it's called, is fine. Works good to me. All right, guys, so let's go ahead and finish up this episode. Let's get into the pros first. So, pro, it's affordable. It's $13. You get it in 2 days. And you spend $13 on Amazon. They're shipping it right to your door as long as you got Amazon Prime. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the cons. The cons is it's very sticky and it feels kind of weird. But whatever, I can get over that. So, what am I going to rate this? I rate it a cop. Go ahead if you need some flock very quickly. Go to Amazon and get it.